In the serene hills of an ancient eastern kingdom, there lived a wise and revered master named Wu Chen. He was known far and wide for his profound wisdom, tranquil demeanor, and an unwavering sense of inner peace. People from different corners of the world sought his guidance, hoping to find answers to life's most profound questions. One day, a troubled young man named Lai Wei, burdened by anger and resentment, decided to seek out Master Wu Chen. His heart was filled with bitterness, and he yearned to learn the secret of how the master managed to remain calm and composed in the face of adversity. After a long and arduous journey, Lai Wei finally arrived at the monastery where Master Wu Chen resided. The monastery was nestled amidst lush forests, surrounded by cascading waterfalls and tranquil ponds. It exuded an aura of profound serenity, which seemed to melt away Lai Wei's troubled thoughts as he stepped inside. Upon meeting Master Wu Chen, Lai Wei was struck by the sage's radiant aura and peaceful countenance. "Master," Lai Wei said, "I have come seeking wisdom, for my heart is consumed by anger, and I can no longer find peace." Master Wu Chen gazed at the young man with compassion and invited him to sit by the tranquil pond in the monastery garden. "Li Wei," he began, "anger is like a storm that clouds the mind, obscuring the path to inner peace. I too have experienced anger in my younger days, but I have learned to master it." Intrigued, Lai Wei asked, "Master, how did you conquer anger? Please teach me." Master Wu Chen smiled gently and replied, "To understand the nature of anger, I must tell you a story. Long ago, there was a skilled archer named Arjuna who lived in a village not far from here. He was renowned for his marksmanship and had won numerous competitions. One day, a group of villagers gathered around to praise Arjuna's skills. The archer's ego swelled with each compliment, and he started to believe he was invincible. As he walked home that evening, he came across a wise sage meditating under a tree. Intrigued, Arjuna approached the sage and said, "O wise one, I am Arjuna, the greatest archer in the land. My skills are unmatched, and my fame is known far and wide." The sage opened his eyes and smiled. "Arjuna, your prowess with the bow is indeed impressive, but there is one opponent you have yet to conquer," he said calmly. Confused, Arjuna inquired, "Who could that be, O sage?" "I have vanquished all my rivals." The sage pointed to Arjuna's own heart and said, "The greatest opponent you face is your own anger. Conquer it, and you shall find true greatness." Arjuna scoffed at the sage's words, dismissing them as the ramblings of an old man. However, the encounter left a seed of doubt in his heart. He started noticing how anger would sometimes cloud his judgment during competitions, causing him to miss the mark. Determined to prove the sage wrong, Arjuna embarked on a journey to master his anger. He sought the company of wise men, studied ancient texts, and meditated in solitude. Over time, he began to understand that anger was a product of his own attachments, expectations, and insecurities. With this newfound wisdom, Arjuna returned to the village and resumed his archery practice. But this time, he did so with a calm and focused mind. He no longer sought validation from others or allowed anger to grip his heart. In a grand archery competition, Arjuna faced fierce competitors, including his old rival, but he remained serene, focused solely on the target before him. With steady hands and a tranquil heart, Arjuna released his arrow, hitting the center of the target with unparalleled precision. The crowd erupted into cheers, and Arjuna felt a sense of deep fulfillment within. He had not only won the competition, but had conquered the greatest opponent of all, his own anger. Master Wu Chen paused for a moment, allowing the essence of the story to sink in. He then turned to Lai Wei and said, "Just like Arjuna, my young friend, you too can conquer anger and find true peace within. When you let go of your attachments and expectations, anger loses its hold on you." Lai Wei listened intently, and a glimmer of hope began to shine in his eyes. "But Master," he asked, "how do I let go of my anger?" Master Wu Chen replied, It starts with understanding that anger is a choice. You can choose to respond to situations with calmness and compassion. Practice mindfulness and self-awareness. And when you feel anger rising within you, take a deep breath and choose to respond with kindness instead. Moreover, the sage continued, learn to forgive yourself and others. Holding on to grudges only prolongs suffering. Release the burden of anger, and you will find liberation. As days turned into weeks, Lai Wei remained at the monastery, learning from Master Wu Chen. With each passing day, he felt the burden of anger slowly lift from his heart. He practiced meditation, studied ancient wisdom, and cultivated compassion. Finally, the day came when Lai Wei felt ready to depart from the monastery. He bid farewell to Master Wu Chen with deep gratitude and a newfound sense of inner peace. As Lai Wei journeyed back home, he encountered various challenges along the way, but instead of reacting with anger, he responded with calmness and clarity. His relationships improved, and his heart felt lighter than ever before. Lai Wei realized that true strength lies not in suppressing anger, but in transforming it into compassion and understanding. And so, he vowed to carry the teachings of Master Wu Chen with him, spreading the wisdom of conquering anger with love. In this way, the story of Master Wu Chen and Li Wei's transformation became a timeless tale of hope and inspiration. The young and old alike learned that they too could find inner peace by conquering the storms of anger and cultivating a heart filled with compassion and love. And so, the legacy of the wise master lived on, touching the hearts of all who sought his guidance. The tranquil hills of the Eastern Kingdom continued to be a sanctuary of wisdom, where the weary souls found solace and the promise of a brighter, more harmonious world.